He was wide open. Why nigga running the pick six back? You might gotta send it again. No, you might gotta send it again. You send it again? All right. I should have waited till we played this thing at money, so I could have the upper hand. All right. Let me post my stream link. Boy, did we feel good when it was 17. Cuz I told you if you talk shit about the game, you weren't getting paid. I know. I would have talked shit and didn't want a response. Yo, tell me, Mark. Well, tell me why Marcus texted me. Nigga said this crap recession, right? My man Cam in here. Cam, we was at the motor vehicle earlier. Cam had this pink fit on earlier. Shit was kind of heat. Cam had this pink outfit on earlier.
Welcome everybody to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage. One last hurdle to clear before the national championship game.
I'll be back.
We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First play of the drive to come out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Stevens. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Stevens. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down. And already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here. Using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And stop right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open score. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the ball and heads to the left. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the 2nd down play. He's past the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
First down and 10 now. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And the Sooners come to the line to run the hurry up. And the same runner's got it again. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Sooners pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Sooners will line up now. It's first and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. It's an option look. And not even a chance to pitch that one. He's brought down in the backfield.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he'll be brought down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. I thought he was going to be able to find a way to get to the end zone. He is such a threat when he takes off. He pulls that ball down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They're setting out to try the PAT. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give their returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return here from inside the 15. Oh, the ball on the ground. Recovered by the kicking team now. They'll steal a possession here.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
Ball handed off. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled, but first down.
The end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Well, he gets into the end zone, so it builds the lead to 8 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turn starts inside the 15. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. the Alabama offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Wideouts now clustered. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Offense facing a 2nd and 10.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That ball snagged for a completion. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Back to throw again. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? Can they pick up the first on the ground? Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for the wideout. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense scoring touchdowns their last possession. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the Quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
And the Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much on that play. Brought down short. The Sooners are in the red zone. The DB's right near the 9 now, showing press coverage. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. He's got it right near the end zone. They stopped him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, that's a quarterback's dream, to have all the time in the world sitting back in that pocket. Allows him to scan the field and be able to find an open receiver without worrying about getting hit. You can see what happens when they have that kind of time.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And he's stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Well, that was exciting, but no one to throw to. Eventually goes down. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. This has been an offensive show so far. Back and forth, both defenses reeling at the moment. Breaking free at the 35. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Fights off a defender. No shot to bring him down. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
You know, in college football anymore, Chris, you get caught up in the big plays through the passing game. But we're seeing what this back can do when he has... Great acceleration, great speed. I know he gets tackled here at the 2-yard line. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give that young man the football again. Let him get his touchdown.
Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Alabama.
And the Sooners will line up here on first down and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This offense cannot be stopped. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return begins, and football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Oh, the kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And looking for a big play here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown. Tie. And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. The coverage team brings him down in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
High completion sets up an important third down play. They'll try to run for the first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And now the running back's got it again. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides. But they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Sooners will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Catch is made down the middle. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Chris, just a great throw here. Surgical and precise in doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that first down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
It's a run to the left. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. He'll hand it off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Stock right there at the line, no gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Running play called on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That puts them on top in the second half. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They go with a direct snap. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Goal-line formation for the defense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bama. This offense is still clicking.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The receiver looks it in. It's complete. The Sooners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll run it here. Ball is free in the backfield. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Hey, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. Escapes the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good, positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And that catch is hauled in. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter.
The game is tied.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Oh, just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Gets some space around the 30. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. Got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
He stopped and gets a first down. And the Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. First down, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they'll set up for the PAT. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Defense is coming after him. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. With the catch, it's Stevens. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Offense looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They jump in front here in the 4th. spot in the natty at stake. This defense is being shredded. Kirk, what can they do differently to stop this guy?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I would just keep trying to come up with double coverage or blitzing, something to try to slow down not just the receiver, but got to pressure the quarterback. But right now, the receiver's just in a zone. Sometimes you get into that spot.
It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
Well, that returner might not see very many more chances in this game. But that's a real heads-up play by his teammates to recover the ball so the offense can keep possession.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. First and goal, handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country. And they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of it.
Touchdown, tied. This offense really clicking. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Using his legs on the scramble. It's a fumble. Defense has got the football. Finding a bit of space.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now. He's set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounced back from that right away. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with it. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. The Sooners looking to run some tempo here.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Breaks free. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Stevens. Defense makes the stop after the completion. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Third down play for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, that could maybe be the play of the game. Third down late in a game like this, you got a quarterback that can deliver for you. He puts it on the money. They get the first down, and you keep that clock moving.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. In the red area, it's Lee. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lets it go quickly. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Alabama. And this one is getting ugly. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return begins inside the 10. He steps out of bounds at the 14, and that's where the drive will start. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. They'll hand it off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Powering through the defender. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Bringing pressure. And he goes down, but there's also a flag down. If it's on the defense, it's going to be a 1st down. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's running out of time here. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Some hard running there through a tackle. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into it.
And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the beatdown continues.
They're going to score in the last play of the game. I think that's a combination of the offense just trying to work the clock. And the defense, they've already shut things down. They're in the locker room. They give up another touchdown.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yo. Oh, you talking about before halftime? Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. See, it's funny. I knew you. I knew you was. I knew you was gonna. Yeah.